Hello everyone, so welcome back to my channel. Today's video is very exciting because I'm sharing with you my first impressions of two new palettes that came out recently. I ordered these the last day of the Sephora VIB sale, which was last Tuesday, but by the time this video goes up, it's been a little longer than a week. And I'm talking about the new Makeup Forever Artist eyeshadows. There's the 1 and the number 2. So I was really excited that these were on the site on time for me to be able to save some money, and I'm pretty sure many of you probably saved yourself 15% on these because these are really beautiful palettes, and I'm just so glad that I was able to save a little bit of money. So these are part of the Makeup Forever Summer 2015 collection, which I will link the Sephora site down below, and I'll also link the Makeup Forever website if you are interested, and if you want to know more about what's coming out or what part of their collection is, then you can just follow them on Instagram, and I will put their Instagram down below. But this is not a sponsored video by any means, just putting the disclaimer out. I just kind of wanted to share with you some awesome palettes. So let's just talk about the packaging. They both have like these the lips on the front, but the colors of the swirls are different. This one of the number 1 has some red, purple, and like a grayish taupe. And then palette number 2 has pink, purple, and like a teal swirl. So very pretty packaging. They have a nice substantial weight to them, which is nice. It's got that cardboard material on the outside, but it's very sleek and very well made. On the back, it tells you the numbers of each of the shadows. They don't have names. And this is my very first time experiencing the new shadows, the new formulations. I think I have like 3 of their old shadows that I've had from 5-6 years ago that I never even used, but they're pretty huge. Each of these palettes has 9 eyeshadows, and they're 0.06 ounces each. And you can find these on the Sephora website for $42, which I think is a great price, because considering what you're getting Makeup Forever eyeshadows. I mean, come on, each of them is $21. And I know that they have a system where if you buy more than 1, they come at a discounted rate. I think if you buy 3 eyeshadows, it comes out to $44. So I have the Sephora website up, and I just randomly put 3 shadows, just picked into my cart. So each of the Makeup Forever eyeshadows, they're $21 a piece. So if you're just gonna get 1 shadow, that's what you would pay, $21. But if you want to kind of save some money with the whole new system, you would have to add a couple shadows into your basket or when you go to the Sephora store, so that you're able to get a discount. So I've just picked 3 at $21 a piece, and then I added the Trio Compact, which is $1, and automatically there is a $20 discount applied when you go to check out. So 3 eyeshadows is in fact $44. I had to check to make sure. $44 for 3 eyeshadows. That to me is a little bit pricey, and of course, when it comes to, you know, Makeup Forever, you're going to have a higher price tag. I mean, we all know that. But each of these individual shadows that you buy, the ones that are $21, they're 0.07 ounces, and each of these are 0.06. So very close to what you would get individually. Now, you get 9 shadows for $42, or you can get 3 full-size shadows for $44. I mean, do the math. It only makes sense to go the palette route if you don't already own Makeup Forever. I wanted to, at some point this year, get into more Makeup Forever eyeshadows, and thought that this was the perfect way to do this. This is the first palette, so this would be the more neutrally side, and they're all very pigmented. These 2 here, which I will tell you the names, ME644 and D652, if that's the right one, or maybe it's backward, S102 and S556. I think S stands for satin, which now that I'm looking at it, I think that makes more sense, because these are not completely flat matte, but they're not shimmery, so they have more of a satin. So I think that's what the S stands for. And then the D is diamond. I don't know what the I stands for. And ME, I don't even know. So I think what they've done is they've flipped the order backwards on the back, which is kind of confusing. But anywho, these are very pigmented. They're very creamy, very buttery, very soft. I would highly recommend them. I absolutely love them. I'm using them today, which I will insert the clips for this look that I'm wearing today, and of course it'll be fast forward with a voiceover to fit it into the review. And then this is the shadow, Artist Shadow number 2. So this one has a little bit more of brighter colors. Love these pinks and purples here, beautiful blue and kind of like a greenish teal shade, which I used both of these in the tutorial today. And you have 3 sort of neutrally shades and a nice kind of golden color. So let me just kind of swirl my finger just randomly in some of these. Let's do that purple. I was gonna wear that purple today, but I have a tutorial that I haven't even edited yet that is using some purple tones. So that's some of them. Just from a distance you can see how pigmented they are. They're very, very creamy. And I didn't notice a whole heck of a fallout. What I did notice is that the sparkly shade that I used in the tutorial had a little bit of sparkly kind of falling down, but I think it's just because that one is sort of like a sparkly finish. And then here, let me do some swatches of these. Let's do that black. That black is no joke. It's black as night. I mean, it's incredible. And here's some of the ones. Let me see, what can I do here? I'm running out of fingers here. And just so you can kind of see like the neutrally ones, they're just so pigmented, and I just am so impressed with these. I do recommend them. Now, if you have these palettes, or if you're thinking about getting them, I do want to warn you that there aren't a lot of mattes in this palette. There's 2 in the neutral ones, which are these ones right here, and in this one there's not really any mattes. I mean, the pink and purple have that kind of shimmery, like a soft sort of satiny shimmer, not really chunky, but you will need to bring in some sort of like matte palette, and individual shadows will work just fine. Like, for example, I use some of the colors from the shade Light and Light Eye Contour palette by Kat Von D that looks like this. This is an all matte palette, and I think that goes hand in hand, especially if you're getting this sort of brighter one. Mattes from any brand would work, but I feel like you're going to need them if you are going to be getting this sort of palette with all the bright tones. I think you're going to need to supplement some sort of neutral basic colors. And the same goes for this one. I mean, these are all very pigmented and very intense in finish. So if you're going to be using some of these shimmery shadows on the lid, I would recommend that you use some sort of matte in the crease, because you want to make sure that you're not wearing something shimmery on the brow, something shimmery in the crease, something shimmery on the lid, and also on the lower lashes. You need to kind of sort of balance a look out, and I think that's what the whole point of using neutral mattes in shimmery shadows or shimmery looks. So I do think that they're really great, and I do think that you're going to get a lot of use out of them if you're looking for neutrals, and this would be the palette for you. This is number 1. And if you're looking to expand your collection and add a couple of bright colors, I would definitely go for the second one. I bought them both because I really couldn't decide, and with the sale, I mean, even without the sale, just throw the whole VIB sale point out of the window. $44 for what you're getting. Good quality, great shadows, great size, wonderful packaging. I mean, they did such a good job with these shadows that I am just so over the moon with them. I absolutely love them. I think that you will too. I hope that you guys found this review helpful. I will be inserting photos obviously throughout the video to show you. I will come back and add the link to my blog for more photos so that you guys can see all the photos, get the details from the back, and just kind of see them up close. Because I know I don't really do that in my review videos, because if I have a blog post, then it's kind of redundant to do both of them. But I hope that you found this review helpful. I'm going to go ahead and insert the tutorial portion for this look that I'm wearing today. I tried to incorporate as many shadows from both palettes as I could to make a look that kind of sort of went together and not just kind of like a hot mess. So I really like the way they came out. They're really vibrant, very intensely pigmented. I love them. And so let's go ahead and get into the tutorial. Alright, so the first step is I'm going to take this light ivory shade from the Kat Von D palette, and it's called Ludwin, I believe. And I'm going to be applying that to the whole lid area with a big fluffy brush just to create a base before I go ahead and apply some of the other colors. And I just felt like it blends better. Then I'm taking a brush like this is the MAC 239 with the shimmery shadow on the, it's from the first palette, the Artist one. It's I-514, and it's a shimmery champagne. I'm applying that to the inner part of the eye and also into the inner tear duct area just to kind of create a little bit of an illuminated look. so now I'm switching to this brush by Real Techniques. I believe this is called the Base Shadow Brush. I'm not sure, but any small eyeshadow brush would work. And then I'm taking this color, it's D562, and it's a kind of bronzy shade, but it is a little bit on the chunkier side. I think this is going to be one of their sparkly finishes. That may be what the D stands for. Like I said in the video, I'm not familiar with the letters, but it's a very sparkly, very soft at the same time. It's really weird, but the sparkle is not like a prominent glitter. It's a very sort of tasteful sparkle. So I love it. It did have some fallout, but you know, that's to be expected with shadows like this. So as you can see, I'm applying this to basically to the rest of the lid. Next, I'm going to switch to a smaller brush, and this is a crease style brush, and I'm taking this sort of satiny taupe shade, like a grayish taupe, and this is S556, and it's a satin finish because there aren't any mattes in this palette. So that one and then the black that's right below it is the only two that are kind of satiny. So I'm just taking that into the crease and I'm just applying it just lightly. I'm not really being heavy-handed with it because it's very pigmented, so a little bit goes a long way. And then as you can see here, I am taking a clean fluffy brush to sort of soften the edges of that color. And then again, layering some more to intensify it to my preference. You can add as much or as little as you like. I'm going to be switching to a small detail brush, and I'm going to take that same taupe shade, which is again is the S556 shadow, and I'm taking that to the lower lash line just to add a little bit of some depth and definition on the lower lashes. I just didn't want to leave it completely bare, but if you wanted to, you totally could. You don't have to. Then I'm taking an angled brush, and this is a brush from Zoeva, and I'm going to start by applying this beautiful kind of teal dark greenish shadow, and this is ME302, and I'm going to apply that to basically the lower third, because remember in the beginning part we applied that shimmery champagne, so I'm going to just put this color down in the lower lashes to kind of meet up with the champagne. So before we finish the lower lashes, I'm going to tightline. I'm taking the Ardensian Modster eyeliner in black, and I'm going to just tightline my upper and lower waterlines. Then I'm going with the same angled brush with the shadow ME232. It's a beautiful, beautiful sort of like bright blue color, and when you layer those two colors together, it creates such a gorgeous shade. I just love it, and it's so pretty, creamy, and very pigmented. As you can see, it glides on so easy. It's like you don't have to really work hard with these shadows at all. Alright, so then I'm taking the same shadow brush that I used earlier, the MAC 239, and I'm going back in with the D562 shadow. And I'm just going to kind of tap that on the center of the lid because that sort of sparkly finish that it has, it creates a bit of a reflective, sort of like a foiled effect. And so I decided to add that to the center of the lid. I just like the effect. It almost has a bit of a wet look. Not super foiled, but definitely a little bit. And then I'm just using some black gel liner, and I'm sticking really close to my lashes. I'm not doing anything fancy, no wing, nothing, just super, super thin, as close to the lashes as I can get. Then, of course, I'm applying some mascara. Here I'm applying a primer by Dior first, and then I'm going in with some Maybelline mascara, and that's really pretty much it. Oh, no, I lied. I'm going to take this kind of taupe shade. It's more of a matte finish, or it's not. It's completely matte, not more of a matte. It's called Lazarus from the Shade and Light palette. I'm all over the place today, sorry. And I'm adding that to the crease, and there you go. Now we're done. That you guys enjoyed that look. I really like it. I think it looks really, really good. I like how it's sort of kind of got a little bit of smokiness on the lower lashes, but still it's very wearable. It's not like it's over the top. I will be doing probably a tutorial with that pink because I'm like dying to use that pink. I don't know, I might have to come up with something, but I really like these. I highly recommend them. My first impression is they're phenomenal. They're amazing. I'm so glad I got them because I almost didn't, because I don't really need more eyeshadows, but it's totally worth it. I think you guys are going to love them, and if you have them, please share with me how you feel about them. If you have anything to say, negative, positive, or whatever about them, leave them down in the comment section so that other people can read and kind of find out what you think and what others think besides just my opinion. And I do appreciate you guys taking the time to be here with me today. I hope that you guys found this video helpful, and I will see you guys very, very soon.